If you haven't heard already, there is a new game on the block called Super People. For those of you that don't know, Super People is a new up-and-coming battle royale game that is not yet in full release. It is currently on its final beta. You guys can get it on Steam right now. Now, with that being said, Super People at the moment does not look like it's going to be available on other platforms other than PC. After all the research that I've done, it does not look like they have done any type of development on it yet, but they also did not put it out of the possibility of a game that would be cross-platform. Now, for everybody that is able to get Super People, this game comes with a lot of unique traits that other BRs don't have. One of them being a fully customizable character. They give you a option of faces that you can choose from for male and female characters, hairstyles, outfits, you name it. You can do a lot of customization with these characters. Also, keep in mind there are classes in this game where you can be a shotgun master, you can be a marine, you can be a teleporter, and the list goes on with other type of classes slash specialists that you can use in the game. With these classes, they do have ultimates that you can use to help you take advantage of certain gunfights and win gunfights. They also have a looting mechanic system in this game, which is actually really fun and unique, but it's also the same as PUBG for those of you that are familiar with that game. They have a crafting system in here where you can upgrade your weapon and your armor. And then they have other little things like protein bars, is what I like to call them, that give you either a speed boost, defensive boost, or power boost for your weapons. With Super People, you have game modes such as solo, duos, and trios, and that's the extent of how high it goes up. But something that's cool and unique to keep in mind when you're playing the game is that when you're in solos, the map itself does not change. It is still a pretty big map, but the thing is, the circle starts off a lot smaller if you're in solo games, so it'll give you more chances to get into gunfights and be more action-packed instead of you just running around the entire map. And the higher up you go, duos and trios, the map will open up a little bit more and you guys get to play the full map at some extent. With the release of this final beta, Super People also introduced a new class called the Titan class, which I myself only got to play once. It seems like it's a pretty good class, but I want to get in there a little bit more and see for myself just how good it is. Aside from that, every other class seems to be pretty good and valuable on a team. But I also have noticed that more people seem to go towards the nuclear or the sniper route. You guys will see why if you get into the game. Those classes are pretty good and have strong abilities that you can feed off of. So some things you want to keep in mind when playing Super People, that it's not always going to be a fast-paced game, that you have moments where it is slower paced and you're going to feel like you're doing more looting than you're actually doing fighting. And honestly, that's a good thing at times, but also a bad thing at times, because sometimes you definitely need the loot to get into fights. Because what I've noticed in this game is that if you have bad loot, like no armor and maybe even gray armor, as you guys can see, they will burn through your armor and burn through you fast as hell. The TTK when you have either white armor or no armor is extremely fast, compared to when you level up to at least like the blues and up. So the TTK on the game is actually pretty balanced in my opinion. It takes a little longer the higher up the armor is, and the lower it is, the quicker the kill is. But then the game also has moments of fast-paced gameplay where you have to be more strategic in when you're getting into fights. You can't just run and gun in there because you might be the center of attention and everybody's gonna focus you. And since there is no slide cancel mechanic in this game for every single character, then you're really playing at a disadvantage. Depending on your playstyle, if you're only a guy or girl who likes to run and gun all day and be involved in fast-paced gameplay non-stop, Super People might not be the game for you. But if you're somebody that likes strategic side but also fast-paced gameplay, Super People is definitely going to be a game that you want to go ahead and acquire. So all in all, I would say that Super People is a really good game. I enjoy it. I definitely want to spend more time on this game and getting good at it, because right now I just feels like I'm going up against a lot of former PUBG players that understand the mechanics of the game. They understand peak advantage and height advantage and how to move around more fluently than I do. So I'm definitely gonna get involved in this game a lot more. I think Super People's a great game. It feels very unique. It's a different pace and a new feel with the battle royale games, and I really enjoy it. So as I stated, I think this is a great game. I can't wait for the full version to come out and see all the final changes that they make. But right now, you guys should definitely go out there and get your hands on it while the final beta is still available on Steam. With that, man, I hope this was helpful for anybody considering or wondering if they should get Super People and seeing if it was fun or not. you guys could definitely check out on my channel. I have some older videos showing off Super People and all the things that they have to offer in the game and some gameplay. So you guys can definitely check that out after this video. And with that, I look forward to catching y'all in the next one.